Hello everyone, and welcome to Retail and Ship. My name is Jenna, and earlier today I put up a video that went through different shoes that I had in my desk pile room closet. I call it a closet, but it's really a bedroom size. And so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be creating drafts, or 14 drafts exactly, which were the number of shoes that I went through with you guys earlier. Um, and I'll show you how I look things up, how to sell similar, and then basically the start of my listing process. So first I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about drafts. Right here is where I have my drafts for anything that I am working on. I don't like making empty drafts. Like, I consider these to be empty drafts right now, only because I don't have the pictures. I like to get the pictures done first, but because I did those shoes with you guys earlier, I do want to show how I would do a draft and how I would find out the prices for them and how I would determine what I'm going to sell them for. And the reason I don't like to have empty drafts in here is because you see all these other drafts. Now you can actually have up to 100 if you have a store, but at a certain period in time, eBay will just randomly delete them all. And I don't know if it's like after 60 days or something. Like the ones down at the bottom here from July 9th, they're kind of messed up anyways, and I'll show you what I mean. So if I went in here to complete my draft, come on, very slow. And all the information and stuff is still there, but some of the pictures are gone now. And there's no pictures to make this draft on this computer. It's on a different one anyways. And I haven't been able to figure out where these pictures are for this to replace it. So I guess that's when it's just not working anymore. But I have almost all of every information in here. The only reason I didn't list this is because I did not have the length. So I really need to just try to get stuff listed a lot faster. So then I can just cancel this because I didn't do, are you sure you want to cancel this listing? Yes, because it wasn't saved anyways. Okay. So what I wanted to show you is looking up each of the shoes and how to look them up and how to make a listing from them to save. So the first shoe that we had was that Talbots, and I think I called it Espadrilles or something. But I'm going to type in Talbot shoes, and then I'm going to do Espar. Hopefully it'll find out if that's exactly what it is. And I'm just going to type in denim and jute and see if they come up. Okay. So none of these are looking like the shoes I was talking about, so I'm going to get rid of that word that I thought was something but must not be. Let me type it in Google real quick. And this is sometimes you have to, like, if you're not quite sure, here we go. This is what I'm talking about because it's called Espadrille. It's called Espadrilles. I'm going to write that down so I have the correct spelling of it. Pad drill. Okay. And then I'm going to go back into here and just correct my spelling, and maybe it'll pop up this time. And I think I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Why is this only at 80% anyways? So maybe you guys can see what I'm doing a little better too. Now then here it just pulls up Talbots and then New Loom. So, oh, well, there's no space. Let's try that again. Okay, so now here we got something a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. So here I have Talbot denim blue canvas slip-ons, Espadrille flats. Okay, so that's a little bit closer to what I have. Now everybody might be saying, oh great, so that is not even, this is not Talbot, so that's not even the same. And be like, oh great, you can list them probably for $30. Well, there's only one person who has that up there for $30, so let's see if it's just like really popular or if it's not selling as much. It might be that that word is just not used that much for Talbots. And that's what it's looking like. So I'm going to just get rid of that word. and try this again and look at the soles. Oh look! Here are my shoes! New women's Talbots, Espadrille denim flat shoes, 8.5. They're not exactly my shoes, and my shoes technically aren't new, but I could probably sell them in the similar range anyways because it doesn't seem that they pop up that much. I'm going to scroll down just to see if they have any other ones, but that looks like the price range is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do, even though these were new, pretty much the same thing as this one to start with, which is I'll do $20 and $5 shipping, or the way I'm doing my new listings is I'll say it, let's just say we'll say $24 with free shipping for these. And you go and have one to sell, and then you press sell now. And since I'm on my computer that doesn't have all my things saved, I have a different template that's not on this computer. I won't put that all in here, but so I'll just use what I had and what's in the title. Talbot Espadrille denim flat shoes, size 8.5. Now I'm going to change this up and leave that there and then put women's 8.5. No, because he really doesn't like marks like that in there, but you really can't not put in the 8.5, and then just do denim flat and then add jute slip-ons and I'm going to add the word nautical just because they kind of remind me of nautical, or maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm going to leave it for now. Oh, and they're not 8.5. Mine were 7.5. Always make sure you change that. Then I can go over to my store categories, and they're not really organized. I need to work on this a lot better. I can go into shoes, and they were in really good condition, so I will put on these excellent because they did look pretty new. Excellent condition, little to no wear on the treads. And of course I'll go back, and if I had the photos already I would be able to do that a little bit better, but I would go back and see. But I remember these and looking at them as like they were kind of brand new. So fastening slip-on, and then you come down and you have all these different categories to put it on. Now this is brand and model. Enter your own, and it didn't really have a model. I mean, if I would have looked up, they probably would have had like some kind of model number inside the shoe. Maybe I could do that, but for the most part I don't do that. So we know they're medium, there's no heels, so it's flat, didn't have a pattern really, so I'm going to put solid, although it did have a little stripe around it. I might go back and do these later because I do global shipping. I actually had my first Canada sale the other day, and that was not on global shipping, so they actually got charged calculated shipping for the item, and I don't know where it was made because I didn't write that down. I have a graphic shoe organizer that I'll have to print out and show you guys that has all that types of stuff on it, so next time I will make sure to do that. So then you get down here, so they have heel type and they have, that doesn't make sense, sorry. So then you get down here and you type in what you would have. So I do have templates, and I don't have my other templates like I was saying on here because it's too big to fit in eBay's custom template. So what I do is for shoes, I just will put in setup, and I actually don't even have anything for shoes. So it's just setup for the brand. I would write in Talbot. For the color, I would do navy, red, and white. For the size, would be 7.5. The style is that I can't say that word to save my life, Espadrille flat. Material I'd have to go back and look in, didn't write down the made in, and the condition we decided was excellent. Now with the other information that I would have, I might say additional information, like for my pictures, please see pictures for measurements, because I might go ahead and then like measure the length of the shoe and the width just so people can see, but some people don't even bother to look at that. And then another thing you want to make sure you do is click mobile checker. Fix it for me. I don't understand why this just can't be like a simple box or something instead of going to a new screen, but then you're all ready to go. And so then I would just put that additional listing down here. And I actually, let me see something. If I go up here into eBay and I go to my eBay and I do my selling and I do my actives, and I go down and just find something that I recently did, because not all of these, I'm talking with my hand over mouse, so sorry people, can't hear me when I do that. I go into something I really recently did like this. I can go and get my store information and policies thing is what I was talking about. So then I take this, if I can get it all. Come on. It's too big to be in here. No, there we go. And I can take this and go back to create my listing if it shows up in the format I want. I'm not quite sure if it will or not, and I can do that. Okay, it didn't show up quite the way I wanted it to, but it did show up, so it's there. If I want to change it later, I can. And then, so that's in there. Then I can put the buy it now price, which, because I'm starting all my new items with free shipping first, $24 is free shipping. My sales tax already in there, and then I can just go ahead and custom weight. These are going to be probably close to, we can say like, because they're going to go first class. These are going to go first class. So I'm going to put 15 ounces for now, and then I'll weigh them a little bit later because this is just a draft. And then, like, if I wanted to sell it faster, eBay's now put promoted listings right under it, which I think is a little bit more convenient if you do promoted listings. I don't. The one time I did promoted listings, I made, like, no money for that entire quarter, so I'm not doing that again. But if you wanted to, there's the option. So their recommended rate would be $2.30. So if I sold this for $24 with free shipping, and shipping's like $4.30 or something for the size that they're going for, and then I also have to consider my cost of goods, and then I'd also have to consider eBay's fees, and then I'd also have to consider the additional promotional fees, that really cuts into my profit. So like, for example, I could show you with a calculator. So let's pull it up. So say I sold them, so this is kind of important to know, like when you're listing your things too. So say I sold them for $24, right? And then I have to consider that eBay takes 10% and PayPal is another 3%, and then they also have a 30% fee. So I'm going to do times 0.13%. So that's $3.12. So $24 minus $3.12 plus minus the 30 cents, and I'm doing this on a separate calculator too, so we can still do that all, but that was loud. Okay, is $20.58. Okay, so that $24 is just in fees. Pretty much taken out. Then you gotta subtract your cost. I think I said that I paid $3 for these. $3, so that's my cost. And then I also have to consider how much it's going to cost me to ship, which will probably be around $4.30, maybe $4.50. I don't know exactly yet. And then so my profit on these would be $13.28, but that doesn't also consider that since they're going first class, if you think about how much the cost of your mailers, your bag, and your bubble wrap, so say that might cost minus additional, let's say 50 cents in materials. So about $12.78, which isn't too bad as long as they are exactly how you listed them, and you don't have to pay for them to come back, and they're not as, like, if they weren't as described or something. So $12.78 is not bad. I have more than doubled my profit, because double my profit would be $6. So that's really still not bad. So $24 shipped is not bad. But if I added that $2.30, then again you're cutting in to profit still. So if I added that for promoted listings, it's $10.48. And I don't see the point of doing that when you were watching when I went through this. There weren't that many Talbots, Esperildes, or whatever they are. There weren't that many on there. So to me, I might as well save my $2, and that's fine. So I'm going to save that and continue that later, and it's going to show up in my drafts now. So now, like, if I wanted to see how many of these were listed, I mean, I hadn't spelled it right before, but I do remember us not really finding anything like that. So they have these shoes, but they're not, oh look, here are my shoes. This person is listing them for $40, and this is their sponsored listing. So I don't think this is new. So it's not new, it's in excellent condition. So they have theirs at 40. Sometimes I wonder how long they've had it listed, because that would make a big difference. See, and all they put in here, these are beautiful Talbot shoes, new and excellent condition. And that's all they put in. And sometimes, like, I get a little jealous when people only put that much in, because I feel like I need to put in a lot more. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm putting in way too much, and it's kind of like already in everything, so there's no point to do that anyways, especially with shoes. But I just feel like it looks nice. I don't know. Okay, so $40 for that one. We know there's a sold for $21 plus $5 shipping. I'm just going to scroll down, see if there's any others. No. I think what I decided, 24 with free shipping, is fair. So I think that's what I'll do, is 24 with free shipping, maybe 25. Maybe 25. I don't know though. We'll just do that. So that's like how I would basically find the item, list the item, or create the listing for the item, and then go from there. Let's see how much time I had done to explain that all. So we're at about like 18 minutes. So I'm going to do this a little faster. I don't have the speed up thing, but I'm just going to go ahead and type in and look and save each thing. Fairy, sandals, men's, flip-flops, leather. And I'm not going to like save the whole listing and things like I did before. I'm just going to do sell similar, and then and right now I was looking in the this is the what are we calling this? These are the ones that are available now, not the ones that have sold. And it is very important you look at the sold, because even though that person's selling it for 36, it doesn't mean they're buying it for 36. So like here, this is very similar to mine, but a little different. So that was probably about 20 something altogether. Here is where I'm thinking that looks more like my shoe. That's brand new for 62. So that just means that I'll probably have to do about $30, I'm thinking, shipped for those. Oh look, here we go. See, if I would have had mine up already, I could have sold it already. So there is $18.50 plus $8.75 for shipping. Are they insane? Sorry, I know that's kind of rude, but I mean, I feel like that's really expensive for those shoes. It shouldn't be $8.75 for, I mean, like, I price up a little bit for a flat rate envelope, but I feel like they could have gone first class, but I don't know. So plus $8.75 would make the total $27.25. So I don't know. Maybe he's hoping to get a little bit more on the thing, and I do have a better size on the auction. So I think I'm going to price, like I said, I'll price mine for, those aren't exactly the same. So I'm just going to go, oh no, oh, okay, here we go. Thought I lost for a second. I'm just going to go into this person's where it's sold, take that, sell one like this. Yes, bidding has ended on this item. I still want to sell one like this. Sell one like this. And why they have these hashes in it, because that really does mess up your listing with Cassini. I did the eBay business boost thing, and they basically said don't do that at all. So, oh, I already deleted that one, but that's okay. I'll just save this. So like normally I don't do this way. I'm just doing this mainly for you guys, so I can show you, well, at least let me put how much the price that I decided in there, for you guys to see how to check your solds and how to list them. Save and continue. And I mean, it is helpful so I don't have to go back now that I know how much I put in for Buy It Now. So then those I put in for 30. I'll change the title up later. The next one we had was Skechers platform sandals with jewels. Oh, and look, they're basically the same, except mine are brown. So I'm just going to check real quick in the solds again, go over to the side, see if there's anything similar. These are a little bit more similar. They're a size 8, $12, or best offer. Okay, best offer separate. Now this is something that I don't think a lot of people know about, and I can't remember who told me or where I found out. I think it was some Facebook group. But if you ever want to know what someone accepted for best offer, especially when they have a lower price, you go to this website called Watch Count. And Watch Count is eBay's most popular watched items or anything. So you go back to these and you pull up their item number. Hey look, those look like my quirky sandals. And you go down here where it says eBay item number, and you take it and you copy it and you put it into keywords, and then you press enter or show me. And then it says that they sold for $7.60. Now that's kind of disappointing because I thought they would sell for a little bit more. Does that mean I have to sell my shoes for $7.50? No, but that does mean that I'm going to consider about how much I have to, or how much they weigh to ship. So for me, based on that there are some pre-owned ones right here in black selling for $24 with $8.15 shipping, and then that one that sold for $7.60, I think I'm going to go in the middle and say $20 with free shipping for the first round. Let me get rid of this. I don't need that right now. So I will take this listing because they are brown and do sell one like this. But mine are brown too, I think. So they're a little different. Come on. Okay. So then I will just go down and decide that I'm going to do $20 for my Buy It Now price with free shipping. Whoa, that's like $2,000. Yeah. Ah, that would be nice. $2,000 Skechers. You know, sometimes like late at night when I am bored, I'll go around and I'll look at people's listings, and if they have them really high, I'll like message them and say, hey, I think you made a mistake on your listing. Happy eBaying, you know? And sometimes people reply and say, no, I put it that high for a reason because I lost the item and can't locate it and hope no one buys it. It's like, what if someone actually buys it for that price? That's not good. Why is that not coming up? I don't want to lose the fact that I put that in there. Now I know that pretty much I didn't do anything with these listings. So I'll know that I have to basically do a whole bunch of stuff with this. Now that's gone. It still didn't save it. I give up with that. It better save it when I list them. Okay. So then let's go ahead and do the Corky's jellies. And they're not coming up. So I'm going to change jellies to clear. Michael Kors. Go back to jellies. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I actually have, like, in my watch list that I found these before, these Corky's. And let's see if I can find. I'm wearing these right now. Anyways, if I can find if I saved them or not. Doesn't look like it. Let me look at shoes. I like that they kind of categorize these a little bit more, so you can find things a little bit easier. But it doesn't look like I saved those jellies, cookie jellies. Okay, so out of luck on those. So I'll come back to those later. I'm just going to put a little star on my thing and we'll move on. And we'll go on to Sam and Libby ballet flat. I can even put leopard print and hope mine come up. Okay, so it's directly in the folds right now. They're showing Sam Edelman. They're not showing Sam and Libby ones. Well, it does look like the average for the Sam and Libby one seems to be like $13 or best offer. $12. I mean, these don't look anything like the ones that I have, but I'm just trying to consider something kind of similar to them. So I think the best way to put it, just based on some of the other ones, and Sam and Libby New is going for about $19.24. Going to price your pre-owned shoes higher than what new ones are going for, because that doesn't make sense. So let me just look real quick to see if there's anything similar to it in the not sold. These look kind of similar, except ours doesn't have a bow. So I'm thinking $14.95 with free shipping might be the right way to go. I mean, I'm pretty sure I paid less, or $1 or so. Actually, those were in a bag sale with my friend. She let me put them in her bag. And so maybe 50 cents for the shoes. So that's what I'll go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. I don't know what that means. Inside soles show some wear. And I will take that pair of shoes, and we will do, scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to do $15 shipped. And I will save and continue later. Hi. Next, Sam Edelman. Now, a lot of those came up with Sam and Libby, but these were sandals, and they were suede, and they were green. So let's see what we get. Oh, they're right here. Perfect. So that person is, oh, they're called Hamilton Green suede, is selling them at that price, $24.99 with $6.70 shipping. So I'm thinking that because there's one just like that on here too that is similar, that's probably what they're sewing up as sold. So that person might have done the work for me. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead with these and I'll just do $24.99 free ship. Because then they're gonna, well, they're not 6.5, but they're gonna sell before. Oh, they're a 9. It might make a difference if it's a 9. So I'm gonna say 24 to 30 on these, and I might start. And the reason I say 24 to 30 because they are 9, so it's a little bit more, but I still don't want to price too high because the rest of these. Let me see if I type in 9 if that makes a difference, because 9 is a good size. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do 24 free shipping, or just make it round it to 25 free shipping. That's what I'll do. So this will be 25 with free shipping. I really thought those would go for a little bit more, but that's okay, because those were a bin find and I only paid $2 for the shoes, $2 or $3 for the shoes. So again, if you got a certain amount of money into them, $25, not so bad. That's super bugging me right there. That's really bugging me. Okay, next one, Michael Shannon, and it's the drive-on shoes. That is not showing driving shoes. Oh, I thought Michael Shannon was a better brand than that. Driving shoes. Huh, that's kind of sad. I don't know why I thought Michael Shannon was a good brand for some reason. Okay, since I'm not finding it on here or anything closed, and definitely not things that I really like, I'm going to go ahead and put these Michael Shannon shoes on Poshmark. So I'm just going to make a note that these are just going to go on Poshmark and they're not even going to go on eBay, because I'll be able to at least get start them at about $15 or so on Poshmark, and then I can drop the prices on it during parties or when somebody likes them, and then hopefully make a sale. That also gives people room to work with offers, because if you price them, like say you're like, oh, let's just get rid of this at $5, you're going to have people lowballing you for $3, and you only make 5 cents on a $3 sale. So I don't have anything priced in my closet for $3, and I rarely, if ever, let anything go for $4. I just don't do that. But I also give away free gifts with my closet with any purchase, even if you only spend $5. So I feel like I can do that. Plus it's my store. So Cole Haan, basket weave tassel shoes. Oh, look, here they are. pre-owned, and these are the solds. Alright, so they were a size 8.5, which is right in the middle. These are going to be going in a box, so I am not doing free shipping on them. And the only reason is because they're going to be pretty expensive. So I'll probably do something around the way of either 25 with the $9.85 shipping like this person did right here, or with that. And I know they are a brand new thing, but I just don't want to have to. That's the one thing about refunding when somebody buys a pair of something and you don't have shipping, you have to refund them the entire amount. Like say something is like see who somebody did free shipping. Nobody did free shipping on these. Okay, well, let's say like this person did $34.99 with free shipping. If the person decided to return them, even if they paid for the return, they'd have to refund them the entire $34.99, even if they pay for shipping. But here they charge $6.70 shipping, so $6.70 of that shipping for however much it was, they won't have to pay back, which is actually kind of smart because it's kind of like meet in the middle. It's like, okay, you're going to pay slightly more, but I'm only going to charge you this amount. So I might actually do that and maybe charge $34.99 and then charge my regular padded flat rate fee of $7.45, and that way some shipping has been paid for, and so I wouldn't have to refund the entire amount if they decided that they didn't like them and wanted to send it back. So that's good. Now that's totally different if it was an item not as described. Then he'd have to give back everything. But this is probably what I'm going to use. So we're going to say $34.99 and shipping. And maybe I'll do a little lower and say maybe like $33.99 plus my shipping, because my shipping's a little bit more. And then I also like to check to see, oh look, there's somebody who took a little less. Like to go back and just see what it looks like for what's selling right now. Okay, so that one's only $19.99. Mine is a little bit different. It's not a 6.5. I'm not going to do this one. A lot of them are in the 42 range. So maybe I'll stick with that $34.99 after all. Sounds good to me. So one like this.